All right. Not as smooth of a transition I wanted, but we're here. We're good. Let's get the ball rolling. Good evening and welcome everyone to tonight's stream of Rocket League. My name's Unbound Sanity. If you don't know what I do, I simply play some video games on the side whenever I got the available time. So, how's it been these past 2 weeks? Because past 2 weeks been pretty busy. Having to go back to work, trying to find some work, and having to deal with some, family matters and all that stuff. It's just crazy stuff that I can't be able to say too much. It's just something that kept me from being able to do live streaming. I could play here and there, but I didn't get a chance to play too much of what I was hoping. And that also included Rocket League. I wanted to catch up with the LTM event for Deadmau5 that is going on up until this point. I've almost finished, it's just I'm missing at least one particular mission. But these are one of these nights that are a little bit special because every time I do multiplayer game streams like this, I always have two criteria. One, the games are free to download and free to play. Usually they're available on Epic Games. Unless if they're also similarly available on Steam or any other games for the PC or for a different console. And they are, speaking of consoles, they are cross-platform playable, which means if you got an Xbox, a PlayStation, Nintendo that does support the game, then you could be able to jump in and play with me for however long you wish to desire. And as a good perk for anyone watching in, whoever becomes the first person to join in during the live stream gets to become the team leader. So say if we're playing Rocket League or Fortnite and you get to be the first person to join in, I get to make you the de facto leader. We could go with any sort of game mode. We could do casuals, we could do competitives. If you're sensitive about your ranking in competitive, I won't try and put you into a compromising position. And we can even do some custom 1v1 types of matches if they are available. All you just need to do is to simply type in on the chat that you're interested to join in with me for the match. I'll invite you in and we'll see how it goes from here. And for anyone, and just keep in mind, it's not just only for new players. If you have been to my stream many times before and are watching this live as I am watching this live, then that invitation is always open to you. Especially since you do have my Epic ID, and we could simply go on from there. So for now, let me go ahead and get everything ready for Rocket League. So waiting for this to move on up. And here we go. Season 19, Year 10 featuring Deadmau5. So before I get started, I'm gonna need to let's see. I unfortunately have to do that because this does include items from copyright protected music. But some producers are really anal about that kind of stuff. And let's see. I'll just leave the performance summary away because I don't need that one. All right. So this is what I have a bit so far. So during the time I did try and complete many of this for the events, which includes the wheels, banners, headliners, and of course music. But unfortunately this music I can't be able to play. And I do like the booster on this one. So all I just need to do is just go with this one, get a goal and a win, which isn't too hard for this one, unless if I lose more of the matches during the day. But this is only for the LTM limited time event mode. So if you got any remaining challenges you want to do, you could be able to join in with me and we could give them a try of knocking them out of the park. Even if I got all mines done, I'm not gonna pass up the opportunity to help out people when they need to. So let's see. I think I'll go ahead and give it a try with the 3v3 special LTMs, Super Cube and Split Shot Heat Seeker. And I'm hoping we could get a match because sometimes it takes longer than it should. Alright, here we go. Hopefully things are looking good. Alright. Super Cube. I just forgot how crazy and unpredictable these cubes really get. Let's go. All right, come on. Nope. Gow! Freaky deek. Got blasted out of this. Come on, let's go. Oh. Nope. Let's go. Oh, oh, no. Ah. Damn. And I didn't get it. Let's go. Nice. I'm not sure about adding people on Discord like that, so sorry. It's just I've been getting a lot of bots that say, hey, we can help you grow your channel. Like, can I at least get actual human beings? Let's go, let's go. I missed it. Oh. Enlighten Zero, I do want to thank you for the follow, but again, I'm sorry if you're a bot account. Like, really? I want to at least have an interesting conversation, not talk to people who are soliciting for service. And they got it. Oh boy. It's just one of those nights. Dang. Oh well. That was a good match at least. Well, hopefully the next matches will at least be okay. Until then, it's the best that I can do. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Yo. Ooh, that was close. Ah! They got it. There! Woohoo! You gotta be faster than that, man. Ooh. Ooh. What a save. At least they tried saving it, but couldn't forward the momentum. Ooh. Ooh. Knock the post. Nope. Go on, push it, push it, push it. Let's go. Okay. Nope. Ooh, this is gonna be a This is gonna be a butthole clencher. Ooh. Come on, let's go. No, 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 no. Yeah. Oh well. GG. I guess this game mode didn't do well for me. I'll exit out of this one and switch up the selection. Nope. I'll just add in regular 3v3 in exchange. Ooh. Damn it. All right. What? Oh, really? All right, come on. No! Ah, damn. Oh. And that didn't go as well. Just another loss in tonight's stream. Oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and ready up for the next one. Come on, go, go, go. Yes! There we go. That's a beautiful shot right there. Okay. All right. So far, so good, at least, but we'll see how it goes. Oof. Come on, move it up. Let's go. Ah! It's tied at 2 now. It's another GT for them. Hey, Hamadi! Welcome to the stream. I apologize I didn't see you earlier. I was a little bit focused on trying not to mess up, but it happens. So how's your night going so far? Okay. He got the shot in. That's good. That was a good pass. Ooh. Oh. Oh, get it. Oh, I'm actually from El Paso, Texas, out in the United States. Right now, I play this usually whenever I have time after work. Ooh, Kelly. It's nice to meet you too. You're welcome to join in to the stream whenever you feel like it. I also do open invitations, which means if you're seeing this and if you're able to have something to play Rocket League, you could join me for that one. Shoot. Okay. Yep, I do open invitations for the multiplayer streams. And it's not just Rocket League. I do Fortnite and Marvel Rivals. So if you happen to play one of those, you can catch me anytime that I'm scheduled to play those games live. And we can see how it goes from here. Oh. Oh, and again, I haven't properly set up the live donations in a manner of speaking. I just been having some technical issues, and I don't get as many people to follow or do donations that I haven't seen much of a point. But I'm trying to work out a better system to offer either live donations and or private donations. That's the fourth match I've lost. Alright. I'll at least get these ones. Alright. I think I'll take out the 3 regular and see if I could try Heat Seeker, because I want to at least try and get a win for tonight. That way I could get the quest done. But even in casual matches, I noticed that there are people that just want to decide to just forfeit, but it's just a casual match. It's not a competitive. And even in competitive, why would you want to give up so quickly? I mean, yeah, you're going to lose some of the times, and many nights you're not going to be able to play as well as you really should. But getting mad over it every single time is not going to help you improve or be better. So now, let me hope I could get better luck here. Ah! Okay, so what had happened there? Oh, it just barely touched the tires. At least that one was good. Oh, yeah, one of them was under. I mainly played PC because it's a lot easier and customizable. And besides, I have it set up to where I can do 2 PCs. That way I could get some graphical better performances for the games without having to put so much stress on getting the stream set up. It can be a bit of a hassle, but I managed to make it work in the long run. There we go. Nice. That's good. It's been a long time since I've bought any new consoles, and to be honest, just sticking with a computer is at least doable, because then you could be able to customize and get better performance. Of course, the big disadvantage would be price. I think maybe if something's worth it, I could be able to look into buying at least 1 or 2 consoles. But it'll have to be if I could be able to afford it. As of this moment, it's just PC for me. Oh. Ooh boy. Alright. Yeah, I play with random people, but I try and do as best as I can to play with others. It's even fun if I have viewers of the stream to play, because then that's where the real excitement gets when it comes to streaming games like this. Say, for example, I invited in 2 new players, and this was before I took a 2-week hiatus from streaming. And since one of them wanted to do a 1v1 match with the other, I decided to just sit one out and do a commentary on the side. I still have the VOD available up on my YouTube channel, but I want to try and improve my video editing. That way I could post a better audio, better video quality of the VOD. Ooh. Okay. Oh, let's go. Nice. And I missed that one. Thanks. In the case if you're not able to see it, there's usually a tab where you could be able, that's titled live. That's where you can see all of the VODs the VODs of the live streams that I've done. Oh, they got it. Whew. Yeah, but for me, I haven't gotten a single goal. It's nice that I win, but I just wish I could get that one goal to be able to complete it. Because I need it for one of the Dead Mouse event challenges. But I'm hoping that I could do better and maybe get it on the next one. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit of time. Okay. In terms of favorite YouTubers, I usually pay attention to gaming YouTubes whenever I can. So usually it would be Markiplier. It's been a long while since I've seen his channel. Lieutenant Eddie. But I've also seen a number of VTubers. And that went in. Okay, this one's gonna be tricky. My dude. What happened there? Because he angled it and he couldn't be able to go up fast enough. Shit. Well, that just happened. Come on, get it. Nice. There we go. But some of the times for favorite YouTubers, I usually see them more on my personal YouTube channel. I don't usually see them while I'm on my gaming channel. Alright. Okay, so we're getting, or at least we're catching up for this one. I'm just checking a few things on my phone. Alright, it hit the post. Post again. Oh. All right, there it goes. Oh, speaking of, okay, I forgot to pause the music on this. All right. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Oh. Oh, come on, get it. Yes. At least we're finally getting something. No, 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 no. Oh. Ah. Dang it. Now back to tie. All right. I let it go because I thought he could get it, but nope. Oh, well, that's on me at least. Okay, there we go. At least this is gonna give us a chance. Hopefully we can keep the ball from going into our net. Or that could work. Nice. No, Algeria. Yeah, I know Algeria. It's really interesting to finally get some people who are from different parts of the world. But how's it going now? But how's things treating you for today in Nigeria? In Algeria, sorry. I keep confusing it, I'm sorry, it's just... I keep the countries confused, but no, I know Algeria is located up in the north and Nigeria is located somewhere in the south, a little further south. I'm sorry. I know I mess up on how I say certain stuff, but it's not with ill intent. It's just sometimes it happens. Oh boy. Yeah, it's interesting. I could get a number of people coming in and join in from different parts of the world. I know a couple of years ago I gotten people who were watching me from Iraq. I do apologize for that. But in truth, I really don't know why I get a number of people from different parts. In fact, I do have a Facebook page where I also stream, and I notice a big number of people are actually from outside of the United States. Let me see if I could find anything about it. Right. Yes. Sorry, just had some flies buzzing about. Ooh. That is a whole lot of stuff. That is very early on in the morning. But I do hope you're getting at least some rest, because it's not an easy thing having to stay up late like that. All right, so now I'm trying to... There we go. All right. Let me see if I could find out... Let's see. And I missed that one. I'm still trying to figure out where I can find the information on my Facebook page of where the people who follow me are from. I'm not sure if it's, but I don't know if it's available on mobile or if I have to look at it on a computer desktop. Oh. 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 Okay, bounce off the post. And now it's going fast. Lives in New York and go to jail for 3 months. Ooh. I'm hoping that's a joke, because 3 months is not a very good thing, especially to be here in the United States. Okay. I think I could try and figure that one out later. In the meantime, I just gotta try and focus on this. Ooh. Ow! No. 15 Red Bulls? That's more than a case right there. And why a Red Bull? Those things are really bad for you. I used to drink those, but then I found there were some ingredients that do a whole lot of nasty stuff to you, especially to your bloodstream. And there we go. But here's the crazy thing. Oh yeah. If you steal stuff like that and expect not to be punished, you're gonna learn the hard way that things are gonna be really bad for you. Especially bad drinks like a Red Bull. Oh, then again, I have seen people steal crazier stuff. Because before I started streaming, I used to work at a convenience store. And I would do the graveyard shift. That is staying up late, working from 11 all the way until 7 or 8 in the morning. And one of the things that I have seen is I've seen kids as young as in secondary school grade, stealing cases of alcoholic ciders and beer. And it's not any sort of clever tricks or anything. They just grab it and book it out the door. Oh well. It was a close match though. In fact, when we started, in one of the mornings when one of my former assistant manager was coming in, we saw this man who was taking boxes of these beers in one of the beer brand called Corona. And these were the boxes where you have, like, I would say 30 or 28 bottles. And these are bottles that are about this big. And he was taking about a couple in each of his hands and just walked it out. We do call the police, of course, for non-emergency stuff. And we do report them. But the thing is that many clerks in the United States, they aren't supposed to go after him because that ends up running a risk of them facing an injury, if not a fatal harm on the people that are stealing. I guess it goes to show that people just want to get some stuff and they don't care how they do it. And I've had a lot of experience having to deal with people like that. Okay, here it goes. But yeah, I agree. That is an idiotic move to steal that many Red Bulls. He could have at least gone for some better stuff, but nope. I don't even know if he just took like a whole entire case or try and grab whatever he can. Ooh. And that hits the post. Okay. Oh, get it in, get it in. And it hit the post. Oh. Ooh, let's go, let's go. There we go. Ah, that's right. But then again, yeah, that is a bit of a problem right there. But the crazy thing is, I'm actually more of a Catholic, so I don't have too much of a limitations on alcohol, except when it's for religious purposes. You know, if I'm giving up something for like Lent, say, it's usually about like the 8 weeks that we take in order to give up on something for that time. It could be anything small or simple, like you could give up coffee, you could give up sodas, sugars, that sort of, any sort of stuff that you give up, and then by Easter you get to enjoy those things. And there were a few times that I decided not to drink alcohol because it's more like the lines of just being a bit healthy, but in truth, I'm not really a heavy drinker. If it's a party, I could drink a little bit more, and then I just have to stop before I end up feeling really bad in the morning. Come on, let's go. Oh, holy shnikes. But the closest I ever had of going to a Muslim country would have to be Turkey. Oh. I know. But especially if you are from a place in, like, say, let me tell you a little bit. So for last year in October, I went with my parents to visit Turkey. In that place, we stayed about a few days in Istanbul, and then we stayed for a couple of days in Cappadocia. But I know one of the big things, and I'm sure you probably agree with me, is in Istanbul and in much of Turkey, there is an endeavor, there's a enduring sincerity and love for affection for the stray animals, specifically the dogs and the cats. And I know for Istanbul, there are a couple of places that are open to visitors to view that are also used by as trying to remember what it was. That are converted into mosques, or actually real mosques. But there is actually something about it. So I know the biggest one The big example in Istanbul would have to be the Hagia Sophia. At some point it was converted, it was turned into a museum, but sometime a little bit they decided to go with a compromise. So the museum portion of the Hagia Sophia is more on the upper floors. And of course the bottom floor is a mosque. But in the upper floors is actually a part where you could see some of the remnants of the old Orthodox Christianity before Istanbul was called Constantinople. Oh, and the tea is delightful. I even gotten a couple of Turkish teacups with me, but I bought them in 2 different places. The one I bought one from the Grand Bazaar for about $20 US dollars. I went with the design because it reminds me of these porcelain cups that are usually sold and made in Mexico's tourist areas. And we lose that one, of course. But the biggest one and the most expensive thing I got was a Turkish cup and saucer that both cost me about $120. Now, what's special about that is those are made in a special pottery in a family-owned pottery shop in Cappadocia, and the things they have are absolutely beautiful. Not just mugs, Turkish cups, but they also have the what are called sun lines. Oh, pardon me. I gotta take this one. It's an important call. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Sorry, it's just that was my boss from my side job. I work as a camera operator for an independent broadcasting, a small independent media company. But mainly we deal with sporting events. It's just secondary school sporting events, you know, high schools like football and basketball. That's why I have to mute myself, because oof. Let's go. There we go. All right, back on track. Yeah, even if it might be cheap to visit there, I don't have as much of a income to be able to do big trips. The only reason I was able to go was I joined in with my folks who wanted to take an opportunity to enjoy that. Initially, we're thinking of bringing the other members of my families with that, but that's probably going to be later on when the kids are ready to are good and ready to comfortable and ready to travel. Oh. So, anyways, I did mention that one of the potteries that they did do make is based on is what's called a sun wine canter. It's usually it's a clay wine canter, but it has a circled hole around it. It could be used to carry it around. And that's actually based on the Hittites. It was an ancient civilization that used to live around the Anatolia region, just around the same time as some of the earlier Egyptian kingdoms. So much so that they ended up getting into conflict with them over control of the Mediterranean eastern coast, where Jordan, Syria, Palestine are right now. But I know the really wonderful experience I had was going to the royal palace called Tokapi. The Tokapi is actually a palatial grounds for many of the Ottoman sultans up until probably sometime in the earlier half of the 1800s. But if you do know someone who is visiting Turkey or to Istanbul, I do recommend them taking a visit to Tokapi, because they do have many of the artifacts from the sultanates, and they also have religious items that are from both the from the Christian Orthodox and also from Islam. So just a little bit of a history lesson. So before the Saudis in Arabia had any chance of being wealthy because of the discovery of oil, it was actually the Ottomans for about 400 years that... Oh, hold on. Another call. Okay. Sorry, I had to take a call from my dad. It was just a little bit of some errands. Anyways, so what was I about to say before I had to mute? Oh, right. Oh, shoot. So, Disco Macrif. Not familiar with Disco Macrif. Let's see. Oh. Ooh, okay. Ah, shoot. I messed that one up. Disco Madrid. Were you trying to type Disco Madrid? Let's see. I apologize for that. I don't know if you had a mistype on that one, bud. Alright, let me exit out of this. At least with this, the challenge complete. Alright. I just gotta do something a little bit quickly and then I'll be right back. So give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. I just had to do something a little bit quickly. But anyway. So, getting back to what I was gonna say earlier. So, in Tokapi, there are a number of religious artifacts, some of which were Christian items that they got during the time when the Ottomans went to conquer much of the remains of the Byzantium Empire, including Constantinople. And during the time, since they were pretty much the biggest, wealthiest, powerful nation, they also did commissions for many of the maintenance work for the Mecca in Medina. I'm talking about getting the. They even had a region where they commissioned to have the silk cloth to cover the central building, and they also do commission works where they even have some of the metallic coverings for many of the stones that are important to religion. I'm sure you can know that one. They're a little bit more of like an oval shape, like an eye sort. Because in Tokapi, they do have many of the artifacts, including some items that are said to be from the Prophet Muhammad, including his seal. I mean, when you're pretty much a wealthy nation like that, and you're dedicated to your religion, it's very important to be able to put up the money for it. And I know for an important thing that our tour guide told us that usually with the spinnerets, you know, the towers that surround the mosque, it's not like a religious significance. It's just at the time used as vocal amplification. So if you wanted to give, so anyone wanted to give the prayers of the Imam, they would just call out from the tower. But here's an important thing. If it's a common one, you know, just an average, you would probably have about one spire. If it's two, then that place is quite a bit wealthy. But if you have three or more, then it's likely that was commissioned by a wealthy sultan. And there's more examples of it, because I know for a fact that Istanbul does have one of the largest mosques in all of in the world and in Turkey. But the thing is that since the old city is protected UNESCO World Heritage, they try not to make any sort of like new buildings. So in that set, they usually put the newer buildings in different part of Istanbul that's located more on the, I could say it's more like the Asiatic, but more like the, where the, where the land region of Anatolia is more. And it's beautiful because you could be able to see it from one of the boat rides up the river that goes into the Black Sea. But one of the things that I do like about Istanbul and Turkey are the stray animals. I mean, they're pretty much okay and chill with all of the stray animals going about their day. They usually leave them food and water and even some shelters. In fact, I've even seen a number of tourists that were just looking at a small little kitten that was taking in one of the shelters. I took a picture and a video of it, and the mother cat is actually just hiding behind the bushes, you know, keeping an eye, making sure that the kittens are safe. And there's even some in the hotel. I mean, there's even one cat that usually stays around the hotel lobby that would come in, you know, show as more like a greeting guest, but then you usually see her just resting on one of the chairs. It's cute. My grandma used to have cats that she kept, but for the rest of us, we just mainly own dogs. If anything, if things do work out a little bit better in my life, then maybe I could give a visit to Istanbul again, because the only things that I did bring were some of the items, you know, souvenirs type of stuff, and even baklava. But baklava can be okay, but just make sure that before you take any sort of snacks with you in Istanbul, just check with the store workers that if there's a way you could be able to seal and airtight the containers of the confectionaries and candies and pastries. Oh, and if you are going for baklava, just avoid any of the ones with cream base. It'd be good to eat them right now on the spot, but try not to take them with you because those ones don't last as long as the regular ones. Okay. I think I should be good with playing just about a few matches before I go ahead and end the night here. But a big advice, I do recommend, if you want to visit the Grand Bazaar, you can, but I know there's actually another place called the Spice Market, and that's been around since the 1600s. That is smaller, but it's a lot better, and you can find many of the stuff that Istanbul is known for. You know, spices, the teas, sweets and bakeries. Let's go! Nice! Okay. There we go. Doing pretty well. All they just needed was a little bit of a break. Okay. And there we go, a score from Ash. Is it a bot? Oh no. Oop. There we go. And I can't believe they missed that one. Wait. Oh, one of them left. One versus one. I think I'll leave them alone for this one. Oh, come on, get it, get it, get it. Nope. All right. And we let that one go. And I ran, and I didn't have enough boost in time to properly get it. Oh well. But just let me know if... Don't forget to let me know if you're gonna have to call it a night or an early morning so you can get some sleep. But I'll still be here for a bit. Oh! Okay, that bounced right up and hit it. All right. I don't think I've ever gotten that one. All right. Okay, so now we finally got some big pushers. Nope. Oh, no. It's okay. We can still do this. At least it's not as one-sided, but... Ooh, there we go. Well, thank you anyways. I know it's gonna make him feel a little bit bad, but all right. There we go. Nice. Finally got it in. They got it. Okay. Ooh, yeah. That's quite a distance away. Oh. Uh-oh. Hello? Oh no. I believe I lost connection. Oh yeah. Connection to the game tied up. And match has concluded. Okay. Well, that was... Alright, I'll give it one more try and then I'll do a couple of matches and then that'll have to be it for tonight. Hopefully, Hamadi, if you happen to be with me, just give me a sign that that you're still in with me. But if not, then just take comfort and enjoy the stream while we can. Oh, another one. I think I'll add in Rumble to the mix just in case. Boosh! There we go. And I managed to get in before he could get it. Ah. Alright, these guys are going to be a little more smarter than this. Let's go! Nice! Alright. Next one, let's do it. Oh. Shoot. Okay. All right. There we go. At least now it's always important to build up your boost when you can. That way you can make strikes like that. Go for it, let's go. Nice. There we go. 4-1. Let's give it a go. All right. Couple more, and then I think that'll be it for tonight. All right, here we are. Oh. No, 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 no. Dude, what is wrong with you? Let's go. Nice. All right, now we're tied at 1. Nice. There we go. All right, so hopefully we can keep up with that. Okay. There we go. Nice shot right there. Ooh. Oh, bounce off right there and into the net. Nice. Okay, I think that'll have to do for tonight. Before I end up shooting myself in the proverbial foot with that. All right. Level up. And another box. All right. I think since I have sufficient amount for that, I'll go ahead and open them up. Let's see. First, we'll do the special drops. And time to see what we got. Clod hoppers. It's plain, but I'll take it. Another rare, and it's Zippy. Okay, I think I could see something good for that. Ooh, that is interesting. Abstruse specialty cow. Okay, that looks sleek. I like it. All right. Number four left. Dominus the Suji. Actually, that with enough of a different color drop and decal and finish, that should look pretty amazing. All right. 3 left. Breakout Vice. Okay, that's a good one. 2 down. Rainbows all the way. And it's a double boosted rainbow too. Really? Same thing? All right, then. Let me go ahead and open up the deluxe. What do I get? Centro. Ooh. Those are pretty nice, and it's exotic wheels too. All right. One more drop. Okay, we get an epic one. Deluxe Invaders. And it's in a saffron color. All right, that'll do for it. Now to open up 2 anniversary crates. All right. What do we get? A rare, and it's for the Roadhog Wildfire. I don't think I have that card. All right, one more. And I get Deluxe Animated Decal, the Dot Matrix. Okay. Gotta see. Okay, so the dot matrix I had a copy of. Let's see. Okay, so there's the Roadhog. Okay. So the dot matrix I have is the skin, but these are actually the boot. Oh, those are more of the blueprints. Yeah, my mistake. Okay. So the Zippy was a duplicate. Rainbows I have too much of, and Burnout, that's another one. Okay. Alright then. Since things are winding down, I guess this will be as good of a time to be able to call it a night. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let me switch it on over. So I just want to give like just regular examples of what I have, or at least examples of the places that I've been in at Constantinople. So let's see. All right, here it is. Okay. So the place that I talked about earlier is known in Turkish called Topkapi. This is actually the palace for most of the Ottomans. The main palace would actually be around here, where you can see my cursor moving. And it's built using sort of like the, I believe it's using some sort of the same red and white brick style that is known in much of the place. And just around here is an area called Harem, which is a more sacred spot, usually for many of the wives, the servants, including close family members of the Sultan. And more of like the sort of like the palatial grounds it is. There's, to make note, there are different types of throne rooms that are spread throughout. In fact, if I go a little bit around here, there's actually, just off of here that you can't see, are actually some rooms that have thrones that are more dedicated to military campaigns. For instance, the one that I'm kind of moving here, where you can see the cursor, that was more dedicated to the campaign of Iraq. Yeah, but this place it has a huge mixture of many things from not just in the Ottoman Empire, but also commissioned furnitures and artworks done by Europeans. In fact, for the throne that was dedicated to the war campaign in Iraq, the throne and the furniture and those throne works were commissioned by the Sultan at that time and were made by the same furniture makers who made furnishment for the old Bourbon King of France. Yeah, but this one's kind of a bit like an older picture, because here they were doing because in this picture they're doing a bit of some renovation works. But of course, it's not a place of Istanbul without cats. And they're even around in the palace. I've even seen a cat that was waiting inside of a jewelry shop inside of the palace grounds. And he's just like standing there, you know, being a wonderful receptionist, you know, greeting all the people coming in. It's cute. I love it. I've even taken some photos of the cats that are around there and animals too. You know, they're just having a good time, relaxing. But let me see. There was a particular picture that I saw. Ah, here it is. So this one's actually, in this picture, you can see a little bit closer. Let's see. Here he is. So from what I had heard, this cat was actually the only cat at the time living in the Hagia Sophia. That is the old Orthodox church that was converted into a mosque, then a museum, and then back into a half mosque, part mosque, part museum. And he actually has the honor of, due to how he was loved by many of the worshippers and the people visiting, he's one of the first cats to be buried in the ground, inside of the building grounds. And of course, there are burials of a few noticeable people, including a leader from Venice that are known as a Doge, and he ended up being the one that persuaded some crusaders to go on the Fourth Crusade. So the Fourth Crusade was a disaster because they were supposed to, instead of going to Jerusalem to take the Holy Land from the caliphates of that area, they decided to best attack him in what's known as Egypt. But somewhere along the way, there was a problem with logistics. So the Doge, the leader, decided, we could forgive you about that one if you invade this place that just gained independence from us. And Pope Innocent II did not like that. He told him, hey, cut your shit. You better stop it. Focus on going to the Holy Land, or getting to Egypt. And then you had a banished prince from the Byzantine Empire tricking those same crusaders to invade Constantinople. And guess how well that went? Not very well. They ransacked the city when they came and invaded. They ransacked the city a second time, trying to take all of the precious jewelries and artifacts and melt them into gold to be paid. And then a third time after the banished prince died, and the emperor decided to go, look, we can't afford you guys, not even our own people, so why don't you get the hell out of here? Then they ransacked the city and try to make the Constantinople Crusader state. And here's the kicker. The Pope who called for that crusade did not know about it for months until news about it came. And he was not happy because he didn't want that crusade to go against the Greek Orthodox Church, and instead he against the Byzantine Empire. But that's what happens when you let some people have greed get the better of you, and it's a nightmare. Oh, here it is. Let's see. I'm thinking that this might be the one. No. I want to see what was the name of that I wanted to go see what that is. Okay. Yeah, so many of the pottery shops are located here in this one, but not sure which one it is. Not Chescalip. I believe this one might be it. Okay, Avano's Pottery Workshop. I think I'm familiar with that one. Let's check out Instagram. Won't let me log in. Alright. Let me see if I can find... I believe Avanos was the one, because all seems a bit familiar. No, not there. I know for sure it could have been somewhere right here. But I have a picture of the pottery, but it's stored in a different place. Oh well. But like I said, taking a bit of a tour there it was pretty amazing. And I didn't have a complaint about the food, it was really delicious. But if I have to think of what it is an experience for me, I think it's going into a place that speaks a different language, has a little bit more prevalent dominion, religious dominion. But other than that, I could probably pass it off as kind of like a good calm day in Mexico. I mean, there's parts. I mean, when I look into the sort of like the outdoor places where you have the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque. The park setup looks not that much different from what you would see in central Mexico or Mexico City. And the food is pretty good. Sure, I'm not going to have alcohol, but I don't think that's much of a complaint. As long as you have Coca-Cola there, I'll be good. But that's going to have to be it for tonight's stream. I do want to thank you all for joining in with me when I was live. And don't forget, if you didn't catch me during the live stream and you wanted to play some of the games, I will be live for the later times if I can. But just in case if I'm not able to make it for a scheduled stream, I will post up some updates in many of my social media accounts, usually the text-based ones. They are located up here on the corner that you can see, but I do have links to those in the channel descriptions down below. Or on the corner if you're seeing this on YouTube. But like I said, be comfortable with where you are and we can have a bit of a conversation about some stuff. I mean, I've never been to many different places, of course, but then again, I'm not trying to say I don't know stuff and to be an absolute bigot about it. Well, if things do work out a bit well, maybe I could give a chance at visiting some of those places, as long as they're at least open and okay for tourists. I wouldn't mind, but that's gonna have to be just personal stuff that I'll have to worry about. But until then, this will be it for tonight's stream. Have a good night. This is Unbound Sanity signing off, and I wish you all a good night or a good day, whichever part of the world or time you're watching this on. I'll see you all next time.